Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. And if you are a new subscriber, I want to welcome you and I want to thank you. And if you just stopped on to my channel and you want to be notified for more, please subscribe. And if you are already a subscriber, I want to tell you that I appreciate you. And so in today's video, I want to address an issue that can happen to anybody, and probably most people have probably had this happen, and I have had it happen, where I had fell and twisted my ankle. And what happened is, for a long period of time, my ankle, the Achilles tendon in the back part of my ankle would get really tight, and then it would like snap and it would really hurt. And it was really sore. And so in today's video, we're going to address some of the things that you can do and that I did that helped. And I don't have that problem anymore. I do a lot of yoga, and so a lot of my yoga poses stretch out those areas like downward dog. And then I just want to say too that I'm not a professional, and I'm just showing you what the things that I've learned and the things that I've done that have helped me. We will start out first with warming up our feet and warming up our tendon, our Achilles tendon, and massaging and then doing, and then I want to say too that if you have any pain, you want to go into this very, very slowly. And if you develop any pain with any of the massaging or exercises, then you need to stop. And then you need to, just go into it very slowly, because it's really easy to aggravate that tendon and get it in a flare, and we don't want that. You want to make sure that before you do any strengthening exercises and any of the exercises that I'm going to show you here today, that you have warmed up your ankles and your heels, and you have warmed your feet up. And then, then you need to go slowly into it. And I would say, just starting out with, if you have a new injury, I would say icing, making sure you're icing it, and you're not doing anything until the swelling has gone down and that there isn't any inflammation. And once you get to that point, you can slowly start, bringing circulation into that area by doing some self-massage. And then as you get better, you can start with some very slow movement and exercises. And then I would say that the last thing to do is the strengthening type exercises. I would not, with an injury, jump into any of that right away. But in this video, I am going to show you all the phases. I am going to show you the massage, the warm-up exercises, the massage, and the exercises and stretches that you can do when you are ready. And so let's get into this. Okay, and so we're going to start with the massage, and I also have some tools that I'm going to use to help with massaging that ankle and that heel and getting the circulation into that area. We'll start out with our regular typical massage, just getting the circulation into your feet. Pressing and massaging the ball of your foot, and then the arch, and then right in the arch, and then we'll come to the heel. And so what we're going to do when it comes to the heel is we're going to focus on this area where that tendon is, and we're going to press in a circular type fashion and just massaging out the stiffness that we get in that tendon and in that heel. And just focusing right on the back part of that, and just getting the circulation in there. And then on this side, right in the back. And then up along the top. And then right in here. It's all connected. And if that tendon gets tight, you want to loosen up all those areas surrounding the tendon. And you can take a ball, any type of tennis ball, or this is just a softball, and you can just massage with that. Especially if it's really, really aggravated, just take something soft and just massage around. And then I have another tool. This can be used for your neck, and it can be used for other things, but I was gonna try it because I felt like the balls on these could be very helpful in relieving that tension on that nerve. And just take the small end of it and just kind of go up along the back part, pulling it up. And then just going in little circles. And pulling it up. And then taking it along the top part of your foot. And pulling it up. And right there along the sides, pulling it up. And then right along the outer part, pulling it up. And underneath. And then we'll just take our hands and go in circular. Make sure you're going in little circles so that you're getting that circulation all through that ankle and that tendon. And then we'll go back to massaging the foot. Because like I said, it's all connected. You need to get the circulation through the whole foot for it to heal. And then if it's bothering you and getting real tight, then you just want to really massage right down the back of your ankle where that tendon is. And now we'll go on to massaging the other foot. We're going to start with just rubbing out the ball of your foot, getting the circulation going through the foot. And in the arch, in the top of your toes and along the sides. And just get that circulation going in your foot. And that feels really good too, especially if you have a sore ankle and a sore heel. And then we're going to take the heel and we're going to massage and apply pressure all into the heel. And once we've got that circulation going and your foot is warmed up, and we can start working on the Achilles tendon, and we can start with our massaging around the ankle in circles. going around right here, around your ankle and behind. And on top. You can take the ball and gently massage out any of those tender areas in a circular motion. Being really gentle with yourself and listening to your body. And then we can take our tool. And if you can, try to find, you may not have one of these, but if you can find like a tennis ball or something around your house that you can use. And we'll go up along the back part of your heel. Right along that tendon. Pulling it up. And along this side, pulling it up. And then the inner part, pulling it up. Along the top. And then when you're done doing that, you can really get in there into that where it's tight, right there in the back of your ankle, and just rub that out and really get the circulation going. And if you need to, just kind of move your foot back and forth and massage. Really get right into these areas behind right near where your ankle bone is, right behind it, and pulling it up, pulling it up, pulling everything up. Okay, so now that we've massaged out and got the circulation going in our ankles, I'm going to show you some exercises that you can do. And I will be using a lacrosse ball and a foam roller later on. I will start out with just the basic exercises, and then we'll move on to using some tools. Okay, so in a lot of my foot videos, I do a series of exercises that are beneficial to your foot health. And that's what we're gonna do today, because that is all still very linked into helping with the Achilles tendon and loosening that up and strengthening all those areas so that your tendon can heal. And so what you're going to start with, and you will start out, as I was saying, very gentle and very slow. And so one of the exercises that is very, very important is to point and then flex. And then point and lift your heel up, and then flex. And then point, and then flex. And really feel that in your ankle. And point, and flex. And point, and flex. And point, and flex. And then another one that is so good for the healing and getting the circulation into that tendon and your heel is to do the ankle circles. We're going to circle to one direction, like you're just drawing a circle. And then we'll go over to the other direction. And now we'll go on over to the other foot. Okay, so we're gonna start with the point and flex. You're gonna arch your foot and lift your ankle up, and then you're gonna flex. And then you're gonna point and lift your ankle way up, and then you're gonna flex. And then you're gonna point, and then you're gonna flex. And then you're gonna point, and then you're gonna flex. And then you're gonna point, and then you're gonna flex. And then you're gonna point, and then you're gonna flex. And then now we'll do the circles, like you're drawing a circle. You're going to circle in one direction, really feeling that blood flow into those ankles. And then we'll go over to the other direction, circling. Drawing a big picture, like you're drawing a circle. Okay, so if you have a towel or a strap or a band, it is time to get that out, because there is a very, very good stretch that really helps with that tight tendon. You'll put the strap around the ball of your foot, and you're going to straighten your foot or straighten your leg, and then pull slightly and gently forward. Just feeling that stretch all through, and gently, very gently. If there's any pain, then back off on it. Only go as far as what is comfortable to you. Breathe in and breathe out, and enjoy that stretch. And now we'll go on to the other foot. And it's important to do the exercises on a regular basis so that you can keep your feet strong. And I do yoga in my channel, and I'm gonna tell you that ever since I started doing yoga, I've been doing yoga for many years, and I don't have the problem of that tendon getting tight and snapping like it did after I twisted my ankle. And so it really helps, like a lot of those, a lot of the yoga poses, staff pose, and a lot of the downward dog, in which you really want to make sure you're healed before you do any kind of downward dog or any strengthening type poses. But once you're healed, those are very beneficial poses for keeping your ankles strong. And so we'll put this around your strap, your towel, whatever you have. We'll straighten our leg, and then you'll just gently pull forward, and very gently. You don't want to aggravate the Achilles tendon and cause it to go in a flare. You want to be very gentle. And just hold that and breathe in. And exhale out. And just enjoy the stretch. Okay, so now I'm going to do the exercises that will help greatly using our tools. I'm going to start with the foam roller. And what you want to do to loosen up that tendon is you want to loosen up your calf, and you want to roll back and forth. You can put it right there, right on the tendon, and just slightly roll back and forth, just rolling and rolling out all that tension right there on the back part of your tendon. And then you can go up towards the calf and really roll into your calf. Really getting in there. And that should really help and loosen that up, and it should feel really good too. Because we get really tight. If we're doing sports or anything, we can get really tight in those areas, in your calves. And then you want to also work the ball of your foot and up along your whole foot to loosen all that up. And I would say just press into the ball with your heel. Just press in and press in and really get in there. And just put your heel onto the ball and just press in. And get in there and relieve all that tension and all that pain. And then go up and down your whole foot. And up into the ball of the foot. And just roll back and forth. Really getting into your heel and your arch. And just pressing into your heel, relieving all that tension and helping to release that Achilles tendon. And now we'll go over to our other foot. We're going to start right in back of your ankle where that tendon is, and we're going to roll. And just pressing into that and rolling. Getting the circulation going into that tendon. Coming up to the calf and rolling your calf back and forth and releasing all the knots that we carry, that we get in our calves. Just rolling back and forth, releasing your calf tension. I don't know if you get like Charlie horses and stuff in your calves, but this is wonderful for that, to release those calves, especially if you're doing sports, you're running, any types of sports. This is just wonderful. And now that we've rubbed out our calves, we can go on to the foot. You want to press right into the ball with the heel of your foot and just pressing into the heel. Making sure that you're pushing down and pressing. And now we'll go up along the full foot. Just massaging and rolling. And then we'll do some exercises to strengthen our tendons and our ankles. So what you want to do is you want to lift your heels up and then flex, and then lift your heels up and then flex, and then lift your heels up and then flex, and then lift your heels up and then flex, and lift them up and flex, and lift them up and flex, and then we're gonna lift them up and flex and up and flex and up and flex and up and flex and up and flex. And then we're gonna lift our heels and then flex and lift and flex and lift your heels up and flex and lift your heels up and flex. Lift your heels up and flex. And lift your heels up and flex. And lift your heels up and flex. Lift your heels up and flex. And up and flex. And then another one you can do is called heel drops. You're going to put your foot up on a block or whatever you have, and then you're going to drop your foot. And really feel that stretch in your Achilles tendon and in the back of your calf. Lift up and then stretch. And if it hurts, if you feel any pain, then you need to stop. Only do it if it feels good. You don't want to aggravate it. And drop your heel and come up and drop your heel and come up and drop your heel. And now we'll go over to the other side. Okay, put your foot up onto your block, and then you're going to drop your heel and really feel that stretch all up your back of your ankle and in your calf. And then you'll put your foot back up, relax, and then stretch back down, and then come back up, and then stretch back down, really stretching that out. And like I said, if there's any pain, you want to stop, come back up, and stretch back down, and come back up and relax, and stretch back down, and hold it. Start out by wiggling your toes. And then just scrunch and the whole foot. Get the circulation really going in that whole foot. Just really feel it in your toes, in your arch, in your heels. Just really move your feet. Just wiggle, wiggle, and scrunch, and scrunch, and scrunch, and scrunch, and wiggle. And then there's another thing that you can do also for your Achilles tendon, is you can get that foot just kind of move the foot like this. move the joint a little bit and get circulation in it. Just kind of move the ankle. Just relax your foot and make sure that you're relaxing your foot when you do this and your ankle, and just move it with your hand and just get some circulation into that ankle. So hello, and there it is for our pain relieving exercises for our Achilles tendon and our heel. And I really hope that this video has helped you. And if you have any comments or anything that you want to say, please leave it into the comments. I'm very open. And I want to thank all of you for your suggestions. And I hope you're having a wonderful day and a wonderful week. And I will see you in the next video.